Keith, a chilly one out there today, kind of not the normal for the rest of this week, but sounds like that trend is about to change.
Yeah, it's kind of a one-day cold shot after the Arctic cold front, and Arctic cold front becomes more and more of a swear word the deeper into winter we get. This was just kind of like a light version. We were in the upper 20s to around 30. Yeah, exactly. Saccharine here. But we will recover over the next few days, which we'll talk about in a second. We get to 33 in Portland officially, 30 in Bangor. Average high, though, 39, so this is below average, and it was cold last night after that Arctic front came through. So partly cloudy tonight to mostly clear. Temperatures upper 20s in most spots, right around 20 or so into the mountains, but then we actually warm up through the second half of the evening. And tomorrow is a much nicer day for most of us. We get a good deal of sunshine. 45 is a common high temperature. We will get probably closer to 50 degrees over southern and western Maine for an hour or so. We're talking about 1 or 2 in the afternoon. North of, say, Orono, it's a different day. It's cloudier. Temperatures there are stuck in the 30s. But we head into the weekend on a relatively quiet note, and it's just kind of a straightforward weekend. It's partly cloudy on Saturday, around 40 degrees, and then we get into Sunday. There's more clouds around. Temperatures are similar, though, 40 to 45 degrees. Clouds thicken up in the afternoon on Sunday, and rain moves in probably right after sunset on Sunday late afternoon, Sunday night. So it's high pressure in place on the milder side of things, at least through the weekend. Then here comes this storm that we've been watching for the last couple of days. Pretty well modeled so far, at least, as to where it's going to be and what the intensity is going to look like, riding up the eastern seaboard through Sunday evening. So this will make trouble all the way up through the Carolinas into the mid-Atlantic, and then moving in here after sunset on Sunday. Rain starts, gets heavy Sunday evening, and raining pretty much all day on Monday. I don't see any real breaks here. So the question is just going to be intensity here. How strong are the winds, and how much rain is rain? Because there's not going to be much snow at all involved in this, so you have to go way up into Canada to see that snow kick in. So we have to talk about potential for flooding, because we're going to have another, I think, 2 to 3 inch rainfall event. And if we bank some of that rain up against the mountains, we're going to have problems, because they've got a lot of snowpack that'll melt, that'll add to the liquid equivalent, as we call it. And that's where we could see some problems. Plus, we just had that rainstorm a couple of days ago. Even along the coast, we have that same issue. And the winds, which we learned from our last storm, are a little harder to nail down in advance, do look like they'll be generally in the 40 to 50 mile per hour gust range, which could be enough for some scattered power outages, at least. That would be Monday during the day. So there'll be a lot going on there. I do think flooding is a concern, because our last storm gave us some flood warnings along the Kennebec, and that's not going to get any better if they see another 2 or 3 inches of rain, plus the snow melt there. Tough one for the mountains. They started off so well in November. Now we've had 2 rainstorms coming through in a row with the wind too. Stays unsettled, it looks like, through mid next week, guys, and then we'll see if we can clear things out after that. But a tale of kind of 3 different days there. The next couple of days look great, and then it gets kind of wild Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
Yeah, and then the 7th day just looks like a mess.
Yeah, exactly. I got all the raindrops I could use. Yeah.
Thanks, Keith.